choose anyone to start collaborating with. It was a pretty good move on my part, and it happened very organically. We started writing. We talked about it first. We started writing. We passed passages back and forth, and the story grew and grew and grew. It was a good year before we even, talked to publishers about it. We just wanted to make sure that it was, that it was right, and it was right.
We started up. We did a handshake deal. There was no paperwork. We just said, let's do it. Each of us took separate chapters, and basically when Chuck would call me now and then and say, what color is their blood? Are they cold or are they hot? And then we didn't communicate until the chapters that we were writing were ready, and we exchanged them and edited each other, changed each other. Chuck came up on his own with the character of Vasily Fed, which is one of the great characters in the novel, and it was fun to discover him. I said, then the second novel I came up with a Mexican wrestler without telling him, and that's the way we just surprised each other.
And what year was this that you guys started working?
What was it? Like 2006?
2006.
So where were vampires in pop culture at that point? They've already become romantic characters.
They were very good looking, six-pack, trim,
dateable
vampires that wanted to tell you how lonely they were. How lonely eternity was without you.
So who came up with the idea of these vampires? Because this is a very specific kind of vampire.
I've been working on this type of vampire since I was a kid. I read every piece of mythology and lore about vampirism in Asia, Middle East, America, Europe, everything. And I've only been interested in this type of vampire. I never got my rocks off with the vampiric genre. Never peeled my banana. And it really, for me, the great myth was the parasitic monster. And I tried to do it in the opening episode, the pilot, to show the disregard of these vampires for humans. They were not going to woo you and recite you some Lord Byron and the moonlight. This guy drinks the guy and does, like you would with a Capri Sun or a can of Coke, he crushes it and goes away. That's it. That's how they feel about you.
Yeah.
But no dates.
And Carlton, what brought you on board when this became a project like this?
I like just the idea that Guillermo likes to crush things. That scene in the pilot is so awesome with Bishop. I was asked whether I was interested in getting involved in this. I read the first book just as a fan of both Guillermo's and Chuck's, and then I really responded to this core idea that we were going to upend the vampire genre, and as Guillermo just made reference, I was tired of this idea of romantic, brooding, existential dudes with love life problems, and I was interested in vampires that were scary, dangerous, parasitic creatures, and it felt like the combination of that really cool central premise, and I was very excited about it. I knew Guillermo would bring these creatures to life in a way that was going to be really interesting, and the story just activated my brain. I really felt like, I saw how this could turn into a really good television series.
And this easily could have been a film series, so why television and why FX?
I don't think it could have been, because the freedom you get, honestly, on TV, films are such a huge investment that everybody gets very prudish. Oh no, you can't do that, oh you can't, okay, we can do it. And I feel that we were given a lot of support from the get-go, from the fans.
Yeah, I think that there's 3 books. It's a very elaborate mythology, and I think it lends itself to being a really good series. I think we look at this as being a closed-ended journey. We see this as a 5-season show. The first book is the first season of the show. Each of the other 2 books will be 2 seasons of television, and we're going to tell the story from the beginning, middle, and end. And it will, in general, follow the books, but there'll be a lot about it that'll be brand new for television, and it's a great story, and that's the story that we all kind of are committed to tell together.
And for Chuck and Guillermo, how was it